Hi, it's Leanne from GrogeysPatch here. I'm a full-time eBay reseller. I'm in Donald in country Victoria. I'm going to show you what I sold this weekend because it's been my best weekend since I started in late January this year. Overall, my gross sales were $595, so amazing result for the space of 3 days. I was really wrapped. Some of my sales were really exciting. Now this one, for example, I've sold this vintage light 1950s light fitting. It is a Kemp Thorne. Always keep an eye out for that brand of Kemp Thorne light fittings. They are quite collectible and worth quite a bit of money. I originally had this listed for $180, but I took an offer of $150. The cost of goods was zero because a friend was renovating their house and they gave me several of the light fittings that came out of that house. So I'm pretty happy with that, except for the packaging. This is my next really cool sale. Now this actually cost me 20 cents and I found it in an op shop and I couldn't find anything on it anywhere. It seemed to be really quite rare, and what it is, it's a Unifix album and it's got gummed and perforated coloured strips, numerals and signs. So that's what it is. Like, it's just got all these stickers that are pre-gummed, all different colours, and then the symbols and the letters. It's all intact. So I listed it for $99 because it seemed to be quite rare. I actually got an offer of $75, which I accepted, and that offer was from Canada. So they've paid an extra $38 in postage. I've just calculated the postage on it, and the Australia Post discounts will only cost me $30. So I'll actually make an extra $8 on that because of the discount. This is the next really cool one. It's called The Ghost of Flight 401 by John G. Fuller. Just love the artwork on this. Based on a true story, supposedly. This one again is fairly rare. A lot of these older vintage books can sell really, really well. Now I had this one listed for $50, which is just what it sold for, and this one is off to Colorado in America, so they've paid $25.90 postage, so the total payment they've made on this is $75.90, and then postage has actually only cost me $15.96, so I've made an extra $10 on that. Again, this came from the same booklot as this Unifix album, so it cost me 20 cents. I don't do a lot of DVDs at the moment, but when I do pick up DVDs, I try to pick up something that's a little bit unusual, and oftentimes I'll pick up British TV stuff, which this one is. This sold for $19.95. The next item is this book bundle. Now this is John O'Grady, is an Australian author, and he wrote They're a Weird Mob and some other books under the pseudonym of Nino Carlotta, and that bundle cost me $2 and sold for $39.95 including postage. I don't do a lot of retail arbitrage simply because of my location, because I live in a small country town. There's not a lot of the big discount stores, but whenever I go to neighbouring cities that have Kmart, Target, those places, I usually have a scour around the books and see if there's anything on sale. There's quite often in Kmart there'll be books that they've knocked down to $1 or $1.50 and I'll pick them up. I picked up 2 of this book 2 weeks ago. The first one I sold for full price last week, and this is the second one. They both cost me $1 each, and someone sent me an offer of $23, and seeing as it only cost me $1, I accepted. The next thing for sale was this bundle of J.R. Ward books. They're a supernatural type romance book. So I bundled those 3 together and they sold for $39.95, including postage. This was just such a cool little book. It's called God's Gift, and it's over 100 stud stallions and dreamboats from the 70s and 80s. And the pictures in it are absolutely hysterical. I've already had a good laugh about this and put up a little reel on Instagram over it because it was just unbelievable. It was in like basically brand new condition, cost me 81 cents, sold for $24.95 including postage. This little book is called Bush Christmas. It's a vintage book from 1953, and it's basically a film story retold by Mary Cathcart-Bora based on the movie Bush Christmas, which the script was written by Ralph Smart. So Australian one. I originally listed it for $39.95, but I took an offer of $34. It cost me 20 cents. This is another vintage book called I'll Cry Tomorrow by Lillian Roth. It's an autobiography, got some great pictures and things in it. I listed it for $29.95. It cost me $1 and sold for full price. My final sale in the books is this bundle of 9 Little Miss and Mr. Men books. These are a special edition that came out called the Sparkle books, and they've all got a little bit of sparkle on them. I listed these originally for $49.95 and sent the buyer an offer of $45, which was a discount of 10%. They countered me with an offer of $35, and seeing as the whole bundle altogether cost me $2.88, I accepted the $35 offer, and so they're off to Tasmania. Only one piece of clothing this weekend, which is this Caroline Morgan size 12 tunic with a nice lace over the top of a nice black sheer top. Caroline Morgan sells exceptionally well for me. I sent out an offer of $35.96, which was a 10% discount on my originally listed price of $39.95, and they accepted it, and this cost me $1.